Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, taking flight in the Airbus A320neo, an aircraft that we've flown plenty of times in the past. Tons of colours today on a trip from here in Frankfurt, without the random route today, to Warsaw, capital of Poland. So, we're getting around 70-minute flight time today, nice and short, nice and chill for the evening. We have FlightControlReplay on departure, arrival, we may not, we'll have to wait and see. But it should be a rather simple little flight this evening, and one that should give us quite a little bit of distance too. So, in a couple of moments, we'll jump in the cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for our departure today. Transport Gamer has given up on us. That's a shame. A shame. Right, into the cockpit. Let's get this thing going. Back to the line. It's going to pack under the line. Aid is set. Nav. No fuel pumps yet. Still waiting for the fuel truck to arrive. We will arm the emergency lights, oxygen cruise flight. On, strobe lights automatic, down to the MCDU. It's brightness. Is it you in tower, is it Maurice today? Very nice, glad to have you, dude. Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. Very shortly. In translation, we are currently departing from Echo Delta Foxtrot, landing at Echo Papa Whiskey Alpha. We are going to return that. What number today is Lima Hotel 1352. We are going to set the cost index according to our flight plan. In fact, we'll pull that from the tablets. So we need to get that cup downloaded again. Drawyah cup out there. Get us to it. My sim review's name as well. Give me 2 seconds. I'll just screen 2. Bring that back. Or from sim brief, I need to set the lighting up again. So strobes auto now back on. Our cost next today, if we go to dispatch, is going to be dispatch. Flight plan, there we go. Yeah, because it gives you the whole tablet now, doesn't it? Sorry, not the tablet, sorry, it gives you the whole flight plan for SimBrief, the IVAO format. Very nice. CI is 40, cost 40. Cruising altitude, we'll be cruising at flights level 350 today, 35,000 feet. Oh well, take care, drag person. Hope you had a good stream today. IRS will start align that, takes a couple of minutes. Going. Hopefully the fuel truck's on the way. There's noted my secondary display there. So, come on. R&D not working today. There been an update I might have missed. Very awkward if case. We are flying on IVAO Tapestry. We are flying on IVAO. Though, I may have got a wrong version of the A320neo if the ND's not going to turn on. That's the thing. No flights. As it should be. Why are you not turning? I bet you it's because I've got the wrong version. Well, I don't have the right version downloaded, I've got an updated version. Yeah, co-pilot side busted as well. This is awkward. Awkward indeed. If there's an issue with... Yeah, the A330 is not compatible with the A320neo. Do you have the unofficial compatibility mod? Mouse is a standard Dell OEM mouse. Start the game. Which mouse do you have? This is annoying. Restart the simulator. Okay. Or just restart like that. That works for you. Give it a go. New bug, then at the very least, that's quite early into our aircraft setup. It wasn't, well, for like halfway through setup, and that would have been pretty problematic. If it's only within the first few steps, I'm not gonna fuss about it. We might have to lose a few mods there. IVAO's reset, that's fine. Volanta, I think double check flying, I think it's flight plan is kind of flight plan. IVAO. Pepsi, where's that? Shvidnik, no. Russian, okay. Flight number is Lima Hotel 13. Craft P. Imp, perfect. So we're doing the simulator, hoping that fixes the bug. Let's say, if you guys are saying that it's a known issue, then at the very least it's not a difficult fix. Welcome Henry, how are you doing? Welcome to Jobs Chats. Saying, if I go back to the overheads, you, activate you and you. Okay. Self-test is working. Time was a bit earlier because I'm sunset today, so time. Okay, that's working now, so we'll just take it from there. So if I quickly just set the aircraft up, so ground services, ground fuel supply. I'm going to get away. Won't need the baggage. Work out that tablet. Let me reset the tablets, and then basically go from there. It was a 10-second fix. A massive problem today. I was right there. Perfect. In brief. That's there. Back down to the FMCDU, and let's get back to what we were doing before. Let's come online. Have no fuel pumps yet. You armed, you come on, you come auto, you come set. There you go, automatic. We'll leave you off for now, and back down to MCDU. Perfect. What's up? At FMGC. Go to. Retracted. Yeah. Sorry. Hang on. You shouldn't be listening to me right now. That's better. Pilot's listen to everything said there. Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. Do Echo Papa with Alpha. You dial on the RS, that's a couple of minutes. Yep, looks like it works. Both displays are now active, which I want before. Out the brightness of both of them, just to kind of confirm that they're both working. Yep, they both go up. And the same for the cams, start the brightness of that, and that autopilot being up. I put a little bit of backlighting on as well. Nighttime flight today, a little bit of flood lighting. All prepared for sunsets, that sort of stuff. That's perfect. So, fuel truck's arrived. Fuel on board is going to be, according to the tablet, patch. Fuel not working yet. 15380. 15380. 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 15, 5, 4, 3, that'll do. Flight number was it? 1352. LH 1, 2. In use? Impossible. Couldn't be, because we're the aeroplane. Oh well, fair enough. That's not then. IRS, that's all aligning. Cost index was 40. Cruising altitude, slight level 350, 35,000 feet. Next page, our 0 fuel weight center gravity, we'll pull from the aircraft, make it easy today. Block fuel is 6.9. 8. Whoops. Jump up to 7.0. Let's plan next. Before we do that, let's let our passenger. Okay, so start of flights, next flight, departing from Frankfurt to Warsaw. 1352, 35,000. Flight time, we'll put on our 30 on the clock. Departure, we're going to do 20 past departure today, so down to about 15 minutes. A320neo, 145 people on board. Do have Wi-Fi, don't have entertainment. We do get boarding music for Lufthansa, it's quite a techno song that. I've got a safe briefing for Lufthansa for one of the wide bodies. Whoops, that one's Lufthansa. One for one of the wide bodies, but works the same way. You get snacks, no meal service, and with that, boarding. Back down to that. Let's let our flight plan. RAM, we've got 32 gigs of RAM on the system. 32 gigs of RAM. Right, tow back our first waypoint today. Go back, we fly the November 858 to Ursil. Yankee 172. Mag. That is now fly direct to Subic. Then it's directed to Molil. Papa 851. And finally, Impa. Final waypoint. That's, whoops, Impa. Insert that, and we're good. Go. We will listen to ATIS now. We'll get the, in fact, we'll speak passengers first, and then we'll get the ATIS information. Good evening, gentlemen. Well, board is Lufthansa flight 1352 from Frankfurt to Warsaw. The flight time today is around 1 hour and 30 minutes. We're in 5-stage training aircraft and should be airborne in just a couple of moments. We thank you for choosing Lufthansa today. We've got clear skies and, well, cloudy departure today, but nice and smooth for us. And arrival weather in Warsaw right now is looking again slightly cloudy, but rather clear. Again, thank you for choosing Lufthansa, and we hope you enjoyed your journey with us today. Any questions, feel free to speak to cabin crew on board. I see PACX can be one of those days where there are days where it does it perfectly or it hangs forever listening to messages. I'm not quite sure how it does it, but one day could be fantastic. The next it can be a bit 50. Worst case scenario, I'll just cancel it by doing that. There we go. Public address, general, and that's the back cabin. Let's see what that is. That's just this called music. Perfect.
We'll be departing soon, and we're aiming for a smooth flight.
Also, the reason I don't like restarting my sim usually because it causes the frame rates to really tank. Like having a fresh load sim, a restart does kill the frame rate a bit. Hopefully, it won't too many problems today. Listen to departure. Once we're in the cruise, things should start to smooth out quite nicely for us. As soon as to ATIS, and let's get this information out for departure today.
Winds variable at 1 knot. Visibility 10 kilometers. Temperature 6 degrees Celsius. Dew point 1 degree Celsius. Altimeter 1022. Sky clear. Winds variable at...
Very, very easy today. Absolutely nothing to worry about. That was information Foxtrot, by the way. Information Foxtrot, runway departure 25 centre or 18 in use. We've got on departure 07 right, so we probably requested from ground actually, because I don't know where we're departing from today. It'll be via towback departure, but we'll get the information off of ground because it's just, yeah. We're changing frequency now, 121.855.
Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats.
Can't game on the Mac, Marco, because the flight's not compatible.
Please exit seating responsibilities in the card and the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to
Oh, is it a thing for a lot of people? Is the frame rate bad for a lot of people? Fair enough.
05, Papa Oscar Bravo. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once you depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Hello there, Frankfurt's ground. This is Lufthansa 1352, information Foxtrot requesting IFR clearance to Warsaw.
Lufthansa 1352, Frankfurt Airport, good, stand by.
We'll check our information and I'll get back to us with our clearance.
601, taxi to stand Victor 166 via Lima 17, Lima, November 11, November. Correction, taxi to stand Victor 166 via Lima 17, Lima.
Oh yeah, the X12 will fix the FPS for a lot of people. Direct X12 I am very much waiting for. Just soon. Trademark. Soon.
116 via Lima 17, Lima, November 11. Aegean 6.
We're on there to our right hand side today.
Aegean 601 negative, taxi stand Victor
We're on there, that might be an
166
A310
via Lima
perhaps.
17, Lima.
Interesting. Actually I'm not sure, that may be... What is that? It's an Airbus...
Taxi on Victor
A300. A300,
by
that's
Lima,
interesting.
and Lima.
Wait to Tehran, that's...
Aegean 601
Iran
negative,
720.
Victor 166.
Correction 126, Aegean 01.
That's it. I hope the frame rate's not too bad today. This is default Frankfurt.
Lufthansa 1352, information Foxtrot is correct, started approved, cleared destination Warsaw via Pushback 6 Mike departure runway 25 center flight plan route, initial climb flight level 070, squawk 1004.
Lufthansa 1352 is cleared to destination Warsaw, departing the Pushback 6 Mike departure. Initial climb flight level 070, squawking 1004, and information Foxtrot is correct.
Lufthansa 1352, readback is correct, call me when ready for pushback.
Lufthansa 1352, just confirm which runways are for departure today.
Runway 25 center, Lufthansa 1352.
Roger that, 25 Centre, thank you very much, Lufthansa 1352. JPL, thank you for subscribing on Twitch. Thank you for supporting the channel. You are a star. Thank you very much.
or ground
Departure, so it's 25 Centre. And it was the,
confirming
was
information.
it the Pushback Mike?
Lufthansa 1497 Frankfurt, even good, information Foxtrot correct, started
Detail
approved,
Toba.
destination
Ooh,
Warsaw.
okay. Oh, yes, it's Mike. There you go. Perfect. Toba 6 Mike. So insert that. Fine. Insert that.
Squawk 1005.
Departure sets. Last thing to do is our performance. Taps. Takeoff. Next temp is 68.
Departing via runway
Transition is 7,000. Sorry, 6,000.
Pushback 6 Mike. Climbing initial climb.
Sorry, it's 5,000. I'm talking about Germany. 5,000 transition.
1497.
Our speeds are V1124, rotate 125, V2129. Our FMS now been plugged in, that's all sorted. Passengers are in pre-flight, so they've all boarded. AP's running, so we will now activate the bleed and the power. Come back in approximately 2 minutes. If that signal power comes off, sure, beacon lights come on now, like ground crews are already for push to starts. Seatbelts active as well, probably important that. We'll push back from gate and then we'll have a look at our passenger list because we're a bit short on time right now, especially for 25 cents departure, which is, well, could be worse, that could be worse. Lufthansa 1352 is ready for push and starts.
Lufthansa 1352, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, Lufthansa 1352. I forget, mention that's 1004. Let Tara and British Windshield come on after
Again,
that.
601, you missed your stand, so taxi to...
So we use PushbackZoomer for that today.
Via Lima.
Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request confirmed.
Taxi to San Victor 164 via Lima, GM 601.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 13.
And don't forget, we have got co-pilot today. We will be using the HS voice packs for that today. So do stay, well, do stay in tow and then listen to the co-pilot on board. Frame rates, yeah, right. It's definitely not as good as it used to be. As it used to be.
Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Moving. Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request not possible as the state is not idle.
Who knows? Ground from flight deck.
Good evening. All checks are done. Release brakes.
Parking brake off.
Set parking brake to
Brakes
off.
released.
So let the ride begin.
Again, 601, you missed your stand again. Do you have charts open?
Affirm, sir. I am near Lima 14 and November 10. Please confirm.
Negative. I told you, stand
You
Victor
are cleared to
164
start the engines
only
now.
via Lima. So you missed your stand again. Now taxi stand Victor 163
Turn
via Lima,
facing
right
east.
of you.
Victor 163 via Lima, GM 601.
Ground. Good evening, Celsius. Cargo. What we go for getting attention to Heathrow with Fox involved. Lufthansa Cargo 1604. Advice information, Golf, startup approved, cleared.
Stop pushback.
Destination Palma de
Okay,
Mallorca.
I'm stopping
Via
now. Please tell when the
Set
parking brakes
parking
are
brake
set.
on. Brakes set.
Okay, Captain. Have a nice flight.
Right, perfect.
So
So
we give it 2
engine
minutes,
1, sorry, engine 2 available, engine 1 starts.
Did a mistake on
Would you be content right step that happened? What would you give for it? I'm still doing right step, absolutely, Charlie. I've been doing right step for a couple of years, well, about 2 years now, so I've done it before COVID, so I've done do long after. That's for position 1.
Flaps.
Test controls.
14907, pushback approved.
Co-pilot's doing all our flight control checks. They've all set our flaps into number 1 position. We will get them to the anti-ice because, you know, Microsoft Flight Sim, anti-ice is pretty much a requirement. Anti-ice on.
Lufthansa 14907, did you copy?
Anti-ice on. On? Yeah, anti-ice is on, perfect. That's all set, that's all set, that's all set. Zoom in. Let's zoom in, we're already zoomed into the max. Okay, that's all fine. Using IVAO, Forbes, using IVAO.
But now I'm ready to copy a clearance to Heathrow. Please Golf on board Lufthansa 160. Some cargo 1604. Advice information Golf, startup approved. Your cleared destination London Heathrow. By Oboka 1 Mike, departure runway 25 center, flight plan route, initial climb flight level 070, squawk 1006.
We're going to be behind schedule on departure today. Trying to regain time once we're in the air today. Waiting for a gap in the chat now, and then we'll get our taxi instructions or requests then.
1497, hold position immediately. You didn't copy.
Lufthansa 1352, ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 1352, taxi to holding point runway 25 center via November 3, Volta of Lima.
Taxi holding point 25 center via November 3 Hotel Lima for Lufthansa 1352. Parking brake off.
That's all.
Lufthansa 1497, you didn't copy your pushback clearance. You need to read back.
Frankfurt A320neo
The people on ground at the moment, not particularly listening to control at the moment.
1497, you didn't even read back your pushback clearance.
Frankfurt, sorry, Frankfurt ground, I am from...
Taxi lights on.
Taxi lights on.
Okay, but I told you this 3 times. Watch it next time, please. So taxi to holding point runway 25 center via November 5 and Lima.
Frankfurt
They're going to cut straight here, then make a left. Get the ground charts here at Frankfurt. It's not a difficult taxi. Runway is just in front of us. Yeah, the frame rate not grand today. It has definitely been better. Max, cabin. Yeah, that for me. Lufthansa 1352 contacts tower on 1... Can you say frequency again for tower? I don't see them online anymore. 119905 Lufthansa 1352. Just go back online again, tower. They reconnected. Right, that's that. I will also left hard shot. That's fine. Yeah, airborne very shortly. I'll use the sim to transfer a bit easier. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff please. Seats for takeoff. As soon as the safety briefing finishes, my departure clearance will be announced. Well, my departure announcement will be dropped into the queue. Hello there, Frankfurt Tower. This is Lufthansa 1352 Conshort 25 Center requesting departure.
Lufthansa 1352 Frankfurt Tower, good evening. Wind is variable 1 knots, runway 25 center, clear for takeoff.
We have takeoff, Lufthansa 1352, thank you very much. Landing lights on.
Landing lights on.
Enter the runway and the sails out of it. Oh, why's my throttle no longer working? Ah, there we go. That's strange. For a second, my throttle, I tried moving it and didn't do anything. Yeah, so it's got on spoilers there. Mission APU is already turned off, I believe. Nope, APU needs to turn off. Come on, Drawyah, better than this. Welcome, Sparrow, how are you doing? Just tap takeoff. Channel onto the chats.
Lufthansa 1497 at taxiway Lima and taxiing to holding point at runway 25 center.
Lufthansa 1497 Frankfurt Tower, good evening. Continue taxi via Lima and take intersection Lima 3.
Right, perfect. And it's set. Safety briefing has finished.
Frankfurt Tower, tagging intersection Lima 3, Lufthansa 1497.
4050, 12 stable, up to flex. 80 knots. 100 knots. B1 rotates. Positive rates. Raise landing gear.
Landing gear up.
Very careful. My well, the voice commands and IVAO comms key are next to each other.
Lufthansa 1352, Monitor Unicom 122.8, have a flight and a nice stream, bye bye.
12 Unicom, Lufthansa 1352, thank you, take care, and good night. Autopilot on.
That's on.
Get the co-pilot to do that. Set altitude 35000. Set altitude 35,000.
Effort.
Set altitude 35,000.
Lufthansa 14907, line up and wait runway
Oh
25
gosh,
center.
it's not gonna... It hits 5,000, it cannot hit 35,000. That's a bit annoying.
Runway 25
Reduce
center.
climb, flaps up. There, altitude set. Now slow climb out of Frankfurt will reset the ground spoilers. Frame rate's still running super smooth today. Clear the airport. Next stop, destination Warsaw. So just briefings. PACX comes with a few generic briefings, but if you want to get custom airline ones, you just download them as a .wav format. There are hundreds of things available on YouTube. They're not difficult to find. That open. That should not be open there. I have to watch them later. Yeah, so very easy. It's not a difficult thing to do. Let the altimeter to standards. At this point, you sit back, relax, enjoy your flight. Jest Polska, dzień dobry, Moxie Foxy, show mash.
Lufthansa 14907, wind is variable, 1 knots, runway 25 center, clear for takeoff.
Try again, so you're saying try 350. Set altitude, flights level 340. Set altitude, flights level 350. That works. Not quite sure why the aircraft decides to level off there. But that one actually did set. Interesting. Why did you just level off then? That's different to what I was expecting. What can I say? Flight sim's never been a straightforward thing, has it? Nah, always appreciated. Glad that does work. Not too bad today, Victor. Not too bad. Cześć, kocham Warszawa. Dzień dobry, Brian. Mash. Yes, school tomorrow. You hate school because the teacher harasses you. And when you can... school my Charlie's got that. Nobody can talk to about that, I guess, at school. There'll be some sort of thing in place to kind of stop that from happening. So the blurry textures at high altitude, that's because you've got to render lots and lots of scenery in Flight Sim over a really long radius, so that's just how your computer works. There's nothing you can really do about that apart from get faster internet and a better CPU. Yes, Seagull, we are flying an IVAO. Our tracking link you can find on the pinned comments. Slowly climbing out, we made the right hand turn, and we are now going to soon head on route. Next stop is Warsaw. Shouldn't be too far away, but kind of just off the end of our map there, off the end of our ND. We are on Volanta, so if you're tracking us, feel free to track us on Volanta. Again, should be rather straightforward that. So we'll turn back departure, kind of head south of Göttingen, south of Magdeburg, just kind of cross across Berlin, cross through Berlin, then have a straight line path into Warsaw today. Running Newcom, there's no further ATC I don't think on this trip today, so again, just to sit back and relax a little. Anyways, it's been a long day for me today, so just a nice, chill, relaxing final stream. Thank you there, Brad, for £5. Text is still very small. Apologies and Mrs. Party streams, been busy. No worries, dude. If you've been busy, like I say, life always comes first, but hope you had a good week. It's been good, it's been good. Definitely different to what I normally do, so touch wood, tomorrow should be a really good day. Can you show you waypoints? The easiest way to see my waypoints, Gary, is if you go to the IVAO tracking link, which I dropped in the chat. There, my route, you can find, that's all our waypoints. Actually, not really, it's not our waypoints, is it? If you click on Clone Flight Plan, that'll show it. Oh no, is it? So yeah, Pushback, November 858, so Yankee 72, yeah, Mag directs to Subic, directs to Molil. Yeah, that is our flight plan right there. That's the easy way to find it. Just cross paths with this aircraft, to land from Amsterdam. Create, interesting. There's Moxie, you take care, talk to you in a bit. We will turn off the seatbelt sign now, since I don't think I need to require that for this flight. Seatbelt off, seatbelts. A cloud ahead, but that's not bad. If you go to settings, make yourself as a different colour. Ooh, let's do that, shall we?
Now get up and move around the cabin. However, we have
Go to log in to IVAO, don't I? Whereabouts in settings? There you go, my icon colour. If I make myself, let's make it the orange of my channel logo, so what's the hex code for that? If it's that, it's up. Aha, there we go, yeah, so now I'm the orange plane rather than red plane. Very, very nice. That blue actually, hang on, we'll make it the blue shade, because the orange colour is quite similar to the red. We'll make it the shade of blue that my logo is in. Yeah, that sounds a bit more perfect. Welcome back, Elite Players. How you doing? Welcome back. How you doing? Have you ever been to Watch? I have been to Watch actually. Yes, Watch. I went to. Gosh, about 10 years ago now. It's been a while. It's been a while. We have some friends, family friends who live up in there, so we travelled to stayed a couple of days. Went to the zoo in the city. That was pretty good, and also Aqua Park, like a giant water park, one of the biggest in Europe, I believe. So yes, I have been to Watch only once though. Although at some point we go make a trip there again. Not too bad, NB. Not too bad. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to chat. Welcome likes. Welcome everybody else. Watch 3 years ago. Very nice. Depends on how am I. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. It's been a busy day travelling today. I actually had travelling to London for the first time in a long time today. So I travelled to London, did a few things there for work. Then I head back home, had lunch, headed over to Ruislip to do the railway volunteering. So we're not opening until April 12th, but we are doing some maintenance. So we've been a small group of us now to go out of lockdown to do maintenance. You can't work from home. Well, if you can't work from home, you have to go out. You can't really do track maintenance from home. So we've been doing a bit of maintenance, especially if we're working for April 12th. And yeah, hopefully things will start to brighten up from there. But it's been a lot of day travelling for me, so let's be at home, sit down, relax, rest of it, and then hopefully, well, really good night tonight. In fact, let me turn my electric mattress on now. It's the best thing in the world. You go into a nice warm bed at night. Nice to be Airbus again. Yes, nice to be in the Airbus again. Well, we've done so many CRJ flights recently. I enjoy flying the CRJ, but I've noticed that in terms of the view accounts, it's probably getting a bit old, getting a bit boring. So we're going to mix it up. We'll do some 320 flights, we'll do some 330, some CRJ. We'll mix it up, mix and match, and make it more interesting. Because for a long time, it's just been A320, 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 A320 every single stream. Now that I've got a CRJ, along with the 330, along with the 321, a few other aircraft as well. Finally, it's now an opportunity where we can start mixing and matching a bit and actually pushing this in for other aircraft, so I'm enjoying it. Very excited. Yes, I have landed at Paro Elite Flies. It wasn't a pretty landing. It wasn't a pretty landing, and during the taxi back to the gate, I did manage to break my right-hand wing, smacked against a lamppost, but apart from that, it was alright. Did have a go-around. The go-around was a memorable one, to say the least. I've not tried the helicopter mod yet, Yuri. It's one that I will at some point. I'm waiting for it to be more mature, because at the moment it only works on the legacy flight dynamics, not the fancy new flight dynamics. Are we still climbing? Yes, we are. So I'm waiting for that to kind of be improved, and then I'll do a bit of work with the that. Takeoff flight from which I will do, Nikolai. I'm hoping that will be a scenery at some point. So I'm waiting for Drawyah Design to release their Polish airport series. It's like Rzeszów Fieszonka. It's an airport I fly to a lot in real life. I've got family who live around Rzeszów. And so I'm waiting for scenery to be made up in order to fly out of that. Same as for Stansted, London Stansted. It's an airport I fly to so much in real life, I'm waiting for it to look good, and then I'll fly into Stansted. And currently being developed by Gaia Sims, the same people as Berlin, Tegel and Vienna, doing Stansted for that. Trying to make an approach to landing schedule is stressful, you should make it so easy. That's because we practice, MB. That's because we practice. Trust me, if you go watch my very first flight in the CIJ, that one was not so smooth, to say the least. Still remember the memories. Could you not flight there, my guy? We'll do it at some point, Elites, definitely. Hopefully the weather a bit nicer. Chance you doing barrel roll, I'm afraid, Red Elephant, is impossible because the A320's flyby systems block it. So if you tilt to 40 degrees, the aircraft's flyby system will force you back into level because it detects something's wrong. Now, it is possible to disable that, so if you go to Flight Control, disable these four, and set all four switches here to 1, or to the left hand side, sorry, captain. What we've now done is we've disabled flyby and we're flying on direct law, so I can move the stick around and it no longer controls the computer servos but directly interacts with the flight controls. So I can now barrel roll, I can do stalls, whatever, things that an A320 shouldn't be able to do. By turning it all off, you can now do. But because we're nice pilots, we will not be throwing our passengers. Spare. Let's pop open the passenger itinerary. Let's see who's on board. So we mix of German and Polish names on this flight today. Wonder if there's any names we'd recognise. I might. It'd be interesting to see any Polish names. I don't know too many famous Polish people, but names probably do stand out a bit more for me if I do. Interesting. Right, there's no names I personally recognise. Only 155 passengers today. It's quite a lot of empty seats on flights. Definitely not quite as full as it normally is. Nobody I personally recognise. Maybe some chats will do. It's PACX, Adam. TFDi designed PACX. It's a passenger and crew mod for Flight Sim. Well, Flight Sim, X-Plane, P3D, works with everything. I do plan to explain vid at some point to Tapestry, so I'm basically waiting for big add-on releases, so Total stuff is usually pretty good. And if I am ever desperate to fly 737, then we'll see 737 flights as well. Yes, and a barrel on a 320 is probably a good way to get yourself banned on IVAO as well, which I don't have experience getting banned from IVAO, but other networks do apply. It's a shame about that. One day I do hope to talk to someone about that. You've had many tower issues, doesn't say when start. So tower doesn't tell you when start descent. X-Men, you're supposed to request descents. As for squawk code, There's the auto, but have you actually set the talk code itself? There's a few things that you still need to learn there. Basically, message. So a few things that you need to learn. So far so good, Ari. So far so good. Aircraft's handling absolutely fine. Passengers are satisfied. So far so good. You have to do that restart at the very beginning. But it's only a small thing. Flight sim for you. Yes, there is tower in Frankfurt. Warsaw's currently on Unicom, so we'll have to wait and see about our descent. But departure at ATC, landing maybe Unicom today. Which I'm not super fussed about. Unicom makes it a bit easier for me to do things on my own. How do voice levels as well? I've tweaked my Sims audio levels. So, in the last couple of streams, people complained about my voice being too quiet and the sim being too loud. How's that all working? A321 just works for me, Kenny. There's no mods, no tricks, or nothing. It either works or it doesn't work. I'm afraid there's no real tutorial I can give for that because it really is just luck, really. Yeah, it really is just luck. Nothing that you can put in concrete. How's your day? Currently racing image pages. Interesting. Hopefully you enjoy that, Karthik. What question was it, John? What was the question? I'll answer it for you now. Yeah, passenger racing and cleaning crew would not be too happy about the cabin if we did a down. Yeah, tower especially knows how you descend and centre. They only give you descent if you've kind of missed it, basically, but 9 out of 10 you need to request centres, or at least when you're at top of descent, say, in my case, Lufthansa 1352, at top percent requesting descent instructions, and then they'll give you step downs, but you need to request it, then to give it to you. Like I say, Kenny, there's no compatibility mods. If you want to buy the A321, you need to remove the A320neo. That's all I can say. If it works for you, then that's great. If it doesn't, then you have to remove the A320neo for you to actually then flights in the sim. Flight from Airborne, at some point with an Airborne flights for sure, Bench Noob, or definitely an Airborne flights in the future. A few flights in Denmark and in fact Scandinavian region in general. Airborne is definitely one for the future. Probably wait for a release of the 737, and then we'll find maybe Ryanair colours for that one, because Airborne's quite a big Ryanair spot. If not, maybe Scandinavian Airlines one day, SCS. Oh right, Newcastle. We'll see, John, we'll see. There's a lot of airports in the world, we'll have to wait and see. I will fly the 747-7 against 7, yes. Soon, we'll wait and see. Again, long haul flights. Long haul flights take a bit more planning than the standard short haul. But we will fight again, that's a guarantee, don't you worry. And a very pretty night. Passengers do appreciate it as well. What was my first job, if you don't mind me asking? It was customer service for one of the UK's leading takeaway companies. So yeah, it was what it was, basically a call centre, but it wasn't too bad. The people there are pretty good. Bit of travel was not great, and I also decided to leave it after a couple of months, but it was what it was, so I can't fuss about it. I've not been to Brussels yet. No, I haven't, Wim. Brussels, I do not have. Ryanair, yes and no, Yuri. So Ryanair have a fleet solely of a 737-800 and a single 737-700, but Ryanair are also the owners of Laudamotion. Laudamotion operate a fleet of A320s. They are going to replace the 320s with 737s, but for now they have got a few A320 in their fleet. Not many, they are being retired. They are being phased out. Before flights in 2020, I was on X-Plane, then Noob. X-Planes on my main sim before Microsoft Flight Sim 20. I do not have a driver's license. No, I don't. I live in London. You don't need one. It's around the corner with public transport. Hang on there. Is that that's a shadow? By what? It almost looks like the top of a mountain there. It's top of a mountain. We're off course. Yeah, look down below. Oh, there. Not near the water either. Fine. Again, if it was a coastline, oh, we're horribly lost. That's a dashboard. Let's have a quick look. Oh, on course. Yeah. Ah, there you go. It's done a 180. Fair enough. Who knows anymore? Honestly, landing was 100% great, but you went to a Cessna small plane stack CY. Is that? So are you supposed to backtrack at Paro? I did not know that. That explains why we clipped our wing there. Fair enough. IVAO tutorials on the way. Venusia, IVAO tutorials on the way. That is not easy. Well, it takes a bit of time to do, but it's definitely on the way. Which say 4 packets of sweets, 3 minutes. Don't know if you stop now. Yeah, maybe not, Charlie. Bit unhealthy that. Yeah. How do I pronounce that? Badlands? B4L4NS, sorry. Yes, the Drawyah scenery, very, very good. Polish airport's definitely a favourite of mine, so can't wait to get that. This is standard A320neo A320 Autumn. This is standard A320neo flying in Lufthansa cards today. We're using the A320neo mods. Not sure about long haul flight yet. That one we'll have to wait and see, but I've got no set flights yet. Thank you, you're jumped to €5 there. Thank you very much. Legend, no dude, no worries. Thank you very, very much for the channel. You are a star. Ah. Welcome, Blueberry Guy. Welcome back. How are you doing, man? Welcome, James Chats. Welcome back, Marco. How are you doing? Any tip? Yes, I have got low FPS right now, Orlando. That is a known issue at the moment. FPS not as good as it used to be. Hopefully you'll soon see an improvement for that. It's working alright now. We're up at cruise. We're getting around, well, about 20 FPS in the cockpit right now. Normally that's a bit higher, unless around 30. Outside. Outside sort of always 30, so external's fine. Just the internal that's being a bit. Doesn't really want to do it, doesn't it? I pronounce it Lufthansa. Lufthansa. I'd say the first way there. Lufthansa. No, I don't think you really pronounce the H. I'd be wrong though. Let's see what Google has to say.
Lufthansa. Lufthansa.
Lufthansa.
Lufthansa.
Yeah, Lufthansa. Lufthansa. Lufthansa.
Lufthansa.
The H, you don't push the H. Lufthansa. Bonsoir, Drawyah. Bonsoir, tout le monde. Hang on. I'm for French now. Bonjour, Gualmi. Ça va? Next on flight, that's just said, Pride Gamer. Said. Yes, or air traffic. I'm using the IVAO network, Axim. I'm using IVAO. And yes, I am using the FlyLive A320neo mod, A32011. I am using the A320neo mod by FlyLive. She should be co-pilots. Nope, I've already got VoiceAttack for that. Goody French. I'm not French, well mate, I'm from the UK. I am English, British. Half Polish, but British. Yes, Connor, yes, Mash. Dzisiaj jestem dobra. Looking on the IVAO by yesterday, someone did a flight from Mauritius. We'll see, there's a lot of long haul flights we can do. Your time to do it more, basically. Microsoft Flight's been here for 10 years now, so got 10 years of long hauls, 10 years of standard flights to do. We've got a lot of time to kill. Don't you worry. I've not done a Thomas Cook flight, Joshua, because Thomas Cook don't exist anymore. If they hadn't gone bust, then we would, but they don't. They don't exist anymore. So Thomas Cook flights, not my my number one priority. The IVAO speaking video, I'm not sure, there's no dates yet on it, Kingslayer. It is coming, but there's no dates yet on it. Headset, it's a really cheap nubboy thing off of Amazon. It does the job. There are better headsets out there, but it does the job. Recreated the flights from Gatwick to Malton last year, very nice RV. I've recreated so many flights and flights and now it's, well, every other day I'm recreating new flights, but I don't know, I do a lot of travelling in real life, well at least I used to before the whole virus. It'll be nice to get out again, it'll be nice to visit another country again. Dobrze dziękuję. Connor. Condor are not Thomas Cook. They were another company in partnership doing codeshare flights. Condor are now on their own, but Thomas Cook and Condor were nothing more than just a few codeshares. Yeah, Paris is a very, very FPS heavy airport. I can imagine the world updates is not going to do much to improve in that. We need DirectX 12. DirectX 12 when that arrives will massively improve everything. Till then, right, not much you can really say. There are no mods for single player traffic. XM, I'm afraid there are no mods at this time. Not on the IVAO network. I have played FSX Danger Noob. FSX was my second ever sim after FS 2004. But yes, or spamming, copy and pasting, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Yeah, so I have played FSX on my second sim after FS 2004. Nie mówi po polsku Google. Hardware, I'm using a Thrustmaster Hotas Warthog, stick and throttle. Or challenge to be Polish. Yes, it's not a difficult language to learn Polish. There are worse. There are hard languages out there. Finnish, and that I'm very basic in. Not easy to learn Finnish. Not easy at all. Like I say, 787 flights. 787 requires long haul flights, and I need to find the right time. Oh no, I've planned flights, haven't I? I don't have the time. I need time to do it. I need the time to do long haul flights, so they will come in the future. No dates yet on that. Next, commercial plane for flight sim. So The only commercial aircraft that I can think of with release dates is the PMDG 737, but I think they've slightly delayed it again for early 2022 now. That one, it's sorry, I can't talk at the moment. It's flip-flopping a bit, Steve. The PMDG 737. Sorry, I am talking nonsense now. It is flip-flopping a bit. Hopefully, at some point soon, we'll see it arrive. Favourite airplane? I'm 737 or 747. How you doing? Welcome back. What's up? Not much. Just tired and talking nonsense at the moment. Story of my life. Yeah, so we're just about a third of the way there now to Warsaw. About a third of the way there. ETA about 55 minutes. Still timing. Could speed things up a tiny bit. Right. Few minutes. Not much though. Not much at all. Favourite airline? Never had a problem with Ryanair. Never had a problem with Ryanair. Fly them a lot. Not a problem. Doing an IVAO tutorial soon, Max. IVAO tutorial coming soon, don't you worry. What simulators better? I like flights in 2020. The flight dynamics not as good and the aircraft's a bit more basic, but it's getting better and better with pretty much every update, apart from the ones that cause horrible lag frame rate issues. But other than that, absolutely loving this sim. Thanks, Fenton. Glad you enjoyed the stream. How do you keep yourself occupied on all flights? By going to sleep, eats Meister. Go to sleep, wake up in the morning, bring it to land. Then again, I stream, so I just talk to people on chat. Flights. The reason I stream makes it less boring, less lonely. I mean, I could do this flight on my own if I really wanted to, but by streaming it, you can just share that experience with somebody else. I do enjoy doing it. Cabin lights you cannot control, Alexander. No, cabin lights are out of your control. It's controls, sort of. That's how it's for life. Toty, Ultrafish, Mówisz po polsku? Tak, Tomek. No nie jest bardzo dobre polsku. No mówiłem troszkę. No rozumiem troszkę co. Nie jest bardzo dobre, no nie jest bardzo dobre. Chelsea, I'm a Chelsea fan, Phantom. Your first ever brief flight plan from Leeds to Warsaw Ryanair colours. Got sense ended up doing 8,000 feet per minute. It's quite a steep descent, that Charlie. Up a nosedive that. Alex, welcome. How you doing? Sunset's good, yeah. Sunset's been pretty good today. Night's time landing at Warsaw. Favourite airport? Probably Helsinki Vantaa. Helsinki Vantaa, very nice airport. Not too big, wooden finishing interior. Very nice airport to fly through. How's it going? Not too bad, Shingo. Not too bad at all. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. You're a trainee pilot working through 20 type rating. Where can you find chosen? I mean, I've done a few shows on my own channel. Yeah, depends on what you're looking for specifically in regards to tutorials. Yeah, but yeah, don't think get PACX anytime soon. Don't even judge your pilot skills or lack thereof. Yeah, PACX on steep descents can be a bit of a scene, to say the least. So far so good. Slowly trundling with cruise. And we'll be landing at maybe about a third way there. Failures, not often, Jamie, not often. I like to reach my destination, not crash inside of the building, basically. What do you mean by takeoff for landing, Fenton? We're in the middle of a cruise at the moment. When the Quality 787 comes out, we'll definitely do a few long-haul flights with it. Not quite sure if we'll do 24/7, but it's an aircraft we'll have quite a bit of fun with, yes. Oh, you guys tired. Would you say the Airbus Thrustmaster is good flight sim? It is, Hitch and Go, it is. I mean, I don't have it myself. My brother has the throttle. That's pretty good. Actually, he has the T16000M, which is the same insides, and yeah, very, very good stick. Definitely, definitely a good purchase if you can get your hands on it. Do I prefer Takeoff landing? I probably prefer... This is where it changes. So, previously, in any other flight sim in the past, I always preferred takeoff because they were easy. And landing, that was where things had a tendency to go horribly wrong. In Microsoft Flight Sim, the other way around. Takeoff I'm terrified by because you never know how the sim will react. It will shoot you in some random direction. Landing, when you learn to handle landing, it's very, very fun. Very, well, it's not the most difficult to do, but I'd say landing I do enjoy. Takeoff, I am actually low-key scared of the potentially what can go wrong. I believe that's Berlin down there. Maybe mistaken though, but I believe that's Berlin. The answer is yes, that's Berlin. So maybe the airport's from up here. Have a look. There's Brandenburg. Oops. Brandenburg. There's I'll never ever get around the name of. Berlin Tempelhof. And there's Tegel. Closed, 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 open. Now directly overhead Berlin. I feel like I've changed the camera as well. It's a bit more. I move it, it continues its own journey. It's not quite as stable as it used to be. There's momentum on the camera now that wasn't there before. I don't know if I like it or not, but we'll live with it. That Tegel lights, yeah, Tegel lights still flashing. Not Tegel, sorry, Tempelhof. Tempelhof's lights still flashing. Yeah, so I've done a few 320 tutorials on my channel at ETR. Start up and land tutorials I've done on the channel, so worth a watch if you're looking into the basics. Did you first landing? Forgot to retard the throttle. Long story short, ended up crashing off the runway. Gosh, I've not quite had that much of a drama yet. The approach into Warsaw. If you're over the airport at this altitude, something has horribly gone wrong. To be fair, worst case scenario, use a holding points. Get yourself on a loop, get yourself down to a lower altitude. Am I going to pilot? Probably not, Fenton. Cannot afford it. Cannot afford it. Have you thought about getting a new i7? No, Max. If I'm getting a new processor, I'm going for AMD. Intel, they're not... Intel used to be very good, but their last few processors have not really... They've not really upgraded from previous, so AMD looking like they're the proper... Well, AMD's kind of my next choice for a processor, so we'll go for AMD next. I'm not sure about military, Philip. This is probably the wrong place to ask regarding joining the US military. Yes, I'm the one who did the 320 tutorials on YouTube, yes. Well, at least the ones with the views. I know there's a couple of, well, there are a couple of them out there, but I have done a couple, yes. The 320 Sim Pilot, I think, is on the most in-depth tutorials. 73 Max for A320neo. 73 Max short flights. I'm more of a bone person, so I'd say 73 Max. But not in Microsoft Flight Sim. The Brelock 3D 73 Max is an absolute piece of tripe. Got the Microsoft Flight Sim 73 Max, then well, if you can get a refund, get a refund. If not, good luck. The Microsoft Flight Sim 73 Max, it's one I talked about in the past. Very, very, very poor. If you're in a situation where you need to need a pilot, sorry, tired. If you're in a situation where they needed a pilot's, sorry, a piloto to land the passengers, would you able to do it? If there's nobody else RV, then maybe, but you've got to remember that flying a flight sim, very different compared to flying in real life. I know, I've done gliding and Sunji in the past as well. Very, very different. Temperature GPU is around 60 at the moment. Let's have a quick look. 64 at the moment. So not too bad, not overheating. Okay, Charlie, have a good night. And also take care, Fenton, have a good night. Most comfortable aeroplane I've been on, by a long stretch, the Embraer E190. So I flew from Milan Linate to London City airports about a year and a bit ago now. So I flew from Milan to London City, and basically, so Milan Linate and London City, they're both promoted as like business airports. So Linate, city centre of Milan, city centre of London, and they're both right near the working banking district. So as a result, what as they have a E190 with upgraded seats. So it's like a E190 with all premium economy stroke business class seating, and it was by far the most comfortable flight I've ever been on. Flying at night, they dim the cabin for takeoff. They don't touch the cabin lights again until landing, so it was a dark cabin for the entire flight. Very, very good trip. Had a lot of fun with that one. How do you do a full flight without getting bored? Sort of Finn. Well, if you get bored of a 20-minute flight, then maybe flight's not for you. We'll be honest. How do you fix PACX when you can't? What do you mean by can't recognise aircraft, Carson? I've not had an issue with not recognising aircraft before. When 380, no idea. Flight sim. There's no release dates yet, therefore not rights to talk about that. Welcome Diego, how are you doing? 6 years in the BA flyer, old Embraer, seats are really bulky. Yes, very, very good. In your CIJ, you set a good speed on cruising, the aircraft keeps... check your autopilot config, Adorites, so that you're doing something wrong there. You may think it's right, so you're doing something wrong. You purchased the game, very disappointed about... well, if you're disappointed by that, Cyan, then you're for a long 10 years ahead of you, because Microsoft Flight Sim downloads, they're not the fastest. Also remember, you're not the only one downloading for those servers. Lots of people are downloading. As a result, it does take its time. Especially for a 120 gigabyte size game, it's not small. Not small by any means. Download, extract, put it into place. It's a long process. Not sure about your trim, Captain Littery. My trim is currently... I do that. Yeah, my trim is pretty bent at the moment. If you choose trim, check your weight distribution. Favorite airline, Ryanair. How do you get GPU sound so cool? By limiting its power. What NVIDIA do is, as standard, NVIDIA expects you to overclock your graphics card. As a result, they pump so much power into the GPU that it's actually got too much of what it needs. It's highly recommended for an NVIDIA GPU that you actually limit your power. As a result, you can overclock quite high, with the temperature limits, of course, without causing it to overheat. And so, yeah, limit your power. NVIDIA, they expect you to overclock. As a result, they pump so much power into an engine into your graphics that it causes it to overheat. So it's called voltage. What's it called? Voltage limiting, is it? Drawyah. Hang on. There's a good article on that. Let me find a link to it. There's a video that I've watched regarding it. Really good in regards to covering the That's it, yeah, undervolting. If you can try and undervolt your GPU, it really helps with its temperatures. Just about to cross the border into Poland now. Just about to cross the border. Yeah, load time's also quite slow, as all thin, because again, with X-Plane, everything was all locally on your hard drive, just there and available. Flight Sim has to download everything from the internet with satellite imagery, building info, airport info, everything around it. Again, it does take a bit of time, but to be fair, that's more of the impatience of the user than the platform. Not a problem, it's just loading time. Which airlines operates CIJ into City, sorry? Oh, sorry, I'm really tired. I've got to stop yawning now. Which airlines, I wonder? London, City, CIJ... Was the CIJ even classified to go? This is Heathrow. Sorry, to City, I don't think it was. E190 is, the Embraer, the E2s are not, the E2s fails the London City specification, E1s can. I don't know about the CRJs, I'll have to look into that, do a bit of research. It's 3080 electric pilot and I'm still waiting for it. The answer is no, not yet. You're running a GTX 1660. The TRJ is also fit. You can get it off of either the Aerosoft website or off the marketplace. Aerosoft website or marketplace for the CRJ. FlexM's not on Zimbri for Karthik. You need to use a calculator for it. I've done that in my tutorial, covered it a couple of times. Correct, so the E2s cannot land London City. The engine's slightly bigger than E1s. As a result, the aircraft, well, it cannot fit. Sorry, if it tried landing, the engines have the chance of impacting the runway. As a result, the aircraft cannot do the steep approach in the city. Not too bad, Ryan. Not too bad at all. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. Again, I do apologize for yawning constantly. I've had a long day today, I'm very tired. In fact, I'm now basically pumping white noise into my ears right now. Does not help me one bit. Not sure how to write, like I say, landing aircraft, not much I can really help you about, well, at this point, mid-cruise. Welcome, Cat and Matt, how you doing? Welcome to chats. Is honeycomb worth it? I don't know actually, because I've not used it. The honeycomb throttle is not something I've used, and therefore I can't give you an honest review about it. One rule I've got, one personal rule, I won't review something that I've never used. So, answer is I don't know. I'm not judging to use it. If I ever do get one, then I will let you know. 12% probably coming up quite shortly now. 350 to 5 to 15, 105 miles per percent today, 105 miles. Tiny bit of residual lights left. Residual lights slowly going down below the horizon, but so far so good. Just quite happy in the cabin. But yeah, I've had some satisfaction. Pilots' courses in the UK are expensive, Ryan. That is given. But really, it comes down to where in the world you want to train and where you're willing to go. But flight courses in the UK, they are not the cheapest by any means. Yes, also Finn, if you get an aircraft and teach to community folder is where all the mods go. There are very few mods that don't require it. Most mods, community folder. Welcome Luke, how you doing? Welcome to Jam's Chats. Yes, you'll be fine on flights with that spec cross. That should be alright. What do you normally do on long haul flights if you're busy? I'm streaming, so I'll talk to people in chat, enjoy the scenery, or go to bed and wake up in the morning to land. What with the 3:30 flights. But the timing was not quite how I wanted it, so definitely not. Well, the flight itself went fine. I would have done things differently second time around, maybe for the future. Why did I speak Polish? My mother's Polish, and so I go to Poland every single year apart from last year because of COVID. So, Polish mother, and therefore it kind of makes sense to learn the language. I'm not very good at it, but I've got the basics down. What's your reaction when it crashes overnight? It doesn't crash overnight, Max. At least I've never had a flight. Well, one occasion I did, but that wasn't entirely my fault. I was flying in X-plane, flying the Flight Factor 350, missed our top percent, ended up well, running out of fuel in the engines. I've never had a major crash yet overnight flying. Go for a passenger wing view. That sunset lighting in the background. Welcome Luke. Schmidt. We'll program our approach him. You're expecting runway 33 on the bimper for uniform. IS-33. But for uniform, I'll look at the Whiskey Alpha 534. Probably a terrible one. Yes, not too bad. Or live with that. Okay, we'll insert it. Sorry, approach has been plugged in now. That's good. And why now? We got a weather sheet. No. AOC, weather request, and send. Mike, how you doing? Welcome to Channel's Chats. Keep yourself alright. If the cabin's too hot, we'll just brighten the temperature slightly. How you doing, man? The long day today. RLR building a fancy new water fountain. long story, but we're getting a water fountain in the RLR. It's going to be interesting. CG is currently doing it by hand out of an odd plastic container. Real performance now for drivers, so next phase arrival. QNH 1022. Thank you there, 6 miles for on Twitch. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting the channel. You're a start. Yeah, just digging that. Yes. So we've basically today. We've built the frame for it now. We've put soil and stone ballast on that, and then we've built like a second layer and a horrible thing. Actually, no, it's not too bad because, of course, Des loves his welding. So Des has welded together a metal grid thing, and it's taking shape. It's taking shape, but we'll see what happens on Sunday. Back again. Yes, he likes digging himself into holes. You are right. Temperature, 5 degrees centigrade, 2.1. Winds are 280.03. 5,000. Plugged in, plugging my approach, should look good. 12% marker is not included, so we'll just have to manually time in 205%. It's not too difficult. Hopefully we'll do... yeah, so... In terms of Sunday... What are we doing on Sunday? We're going to... I know that the YPC, they're going to do... I think they're max for £1. Which it streams, no worries, dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for watching the channel. Okay, so... It's more sleeper replacements at Willow Lawn. They replace sleepers at Willow Lawn and then continue their way down to Haste Hill. And as for the... I think Josh is down as well. JM. Remember he changed his surname. Yeah, so he'll be down again and it's just a case of... I'm not sure, Chris wants to get... I think he wants to get the pump finished next. That's the next task. Welcome. I'm Kai, mate, how you doing? Welcome to our chat. How are you doing today? Loads Max, you take care. Have a good night. Goodbye. Take care. Been a good time so far. 8%. Get myself ready on Unicom. You're half Polish, half UK? Same here, Adam. Half English, half Polish. Jak się masz? Dzień dobry. A dzisiaj jestem dobry. That's it. What I'm gonna do is get that up, Unicom. Runway, so that's what I've done. 3-3, Bimper 4 uniform. Sorry, wrong airports. That's what I wanted. 3-3, start that. Transition altitude 0. Inbound from west. So be type ILS approach. Go. Do you know the reason why at night sim keeps stuttering, sometimes crashing? Not sure about that, Source Finn. I speak to the developers of Sobo. I'm not quite sure about the crashing. Dad's UK, Mum's Polish. Same here, Adam. Same here. Mum's Polish, father's British. Love streams. Worth a sub on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. No worries, dude. Always appreciate it. Thank you very much for the support. VRAM, what about it, DJ Franchas? My 1660, I believe it's 6 gigs of VRAM, this one. 6 gigs of VRAM. Intercept altitude for approach today. Looks like we're going to descend down to an altitude of 3,000. There's 3,000 for the intercept, so I guess I was ready for that. Welcome Chile. Welcome Rena, how are you doing? Welcome to Channel's Chat. How are you doing? You live in Chicago, which is home to the second last Polish group. Oh really? I did not know that. Father's Spanish, mother's French, a Polish girlfriend. Very nice. Very nice, Andres. Top of descent, so you just calculate in your head, Adam, so it's your flight level times 3 divided by 10. 350, yeah, 350, 35,000 feet, that's 1,500 divided by 10, 1,050, sorry, 1,050 divided by 10, 105 miles top of descent. You just calculate in your head. The sum is EOD brackets flight level times 3 divided by 10. That's the calculation for descent. I'm guessing out on a 1050. Very nice, Kaime. 1050. I've had mixed. Well, 1050 Ti probably is like better. I've had very mixed reactions to the 1050 Ti. Try to size those quick maths. It's not too difficult maths, Danny. And again, I only get a B in maths. Or you could push it higher, but oh well. Do you think if airplanes ever land at wrong airports? Oh yeah, plenty of times, Danny. Aircraft land at wrong airports all the time. Well, not all the time, but it does happen. It does happen. About a year or two ago, the most famous one as a recent was actually a couple of weeks ago as well. Like they're flying a cargo jet into one of the Boeing delivery airports, but end up landing in like a small GA field and get out again. A couple of years ago, there was a US military aircraft supposed to land at an airport, landed at a small GA field, had to wait out for that. It does happen. It does happen. I've been flying now for about 1 hour. Landing in about 25, about 1 hour 5 minutes for flying, about 25 minutes for landing. Not too long to go now, not too long. Twitch is 2 seconds latency, usually about 10, so Twitch is a bit faster in terms of responsiveness of streaming. It's small latency, not a big one. Oh yeah, I forget, it does have a tag rating, doesn't it? I keep forgetting that's a feature. Performance. Ground altitude 35,000, target altitude 3,000, so 100 miles. So, there you go, 100 miles is that same there. I said 105. My mind works rather well, I guess. Not slowing down just yet. We'll be at top percent in a couple of minutes anyway. Not long to go now, not long to go. You track your flight plan miles on the MCU. Distance 159 left, so that's we'll slowly tick down. Yates, come on. There you go, 157. So it'll take down a miles distance on your FMS. Also, you can make a rather good guesstimate using the ND rings. I'm playing on a PC, no way to play on a laptop, short flights, and stream it especially. PC, 100%. If you chose for an A330 best gamer, you need to download the compatibility mod. You're playing Infinite Flight on iPad, this game's not so cool. Infinite Flight's not too bad, I mean I have it as well on my phone. It's a nice little mobile flight sim, nothing, well, it's just alright, it's alright. I don't mind Infinite Flights. Their multiplayer's pretty good actually. You're from Ecuador, greetings, you know your lives, play Flight Sim X with mouse, and why you know is Andrew. Thank you for kind words. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat, how you doing? You're keeping yourself well? Just about to hit our top of descent. In fact, we'll give it a minute. We'll give it a minute and then we'll start our descent. Jak się masz? No jestem dobra. Spliff, no jestem dobra. A ty? Jakie się masz? I know like for the MCU yourself, but I've tried using the import CV flight plan. Yes, I have used it poorly. I still prefer doing it manually. It's more realistic that way. Long haul flights may be okay. Long haul flights I'll maybe do the imports. So very easy. Dobra. Right, so we're now going to descend down to 3,000. Set altitude 3,000.
That's done.
Give the speed of the aircraft. I'm going to pop to the loo for 2 seconds. Also, with myself landing. I'll be back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. BBRB. Right, let's continue then, shall we? How much money with joysticks? Look for a cheap Thrustmaster. So I was thinking, Thrustmaster's pretty good. And they're cheap stuff as well. Run for the controls, Daniel. Best watch tutorials for that. There's a lot to go through. Best not for a live stream. Check out my tutorials for that. Not really descending at a rate already. Yeah, descending rate's a bit slow for me. There, that's late. Better. That's the calculation for top of descent, Michael, if you're on earlier. The calculation for top of descent. If you've got to go to school, no worries, Kayame. You take care. Have a good one. For yourself, goodbye. Slightly better there. First 30 rate of descent. A little bit late. Would have preferred a bit too earlier. Rough managed rest for me. That's on IVAO ending as well. What do you mean by vertical speed mods? I'm using the A320neo, which does it all automatically for me. Oh yeah, flight sim is very good to relax, Matt. Sit back, relax, and watch the world go around you. I'll do a little more action in regards to the descending and taking off, but yeah, sit back, relax, and the aircraft will work for you. Yes, I highly recommend PACX, one team. Very good add-on, one that I have a lot of enjoyment using. I like PACX, I like it a lot. So that's slightly delayed. No real reason, just generic reason. Yeah, unknown, but 20 minutes. If we need to change that, we can do. Best power aircraft for the future, either the PMG 737 or the TFDi design MD-11. Those two are up on the top of the list for me. I'm not sure about deliveries, Jaden. Let's speak to the developers about it. I'm not sure about deliveries. If it's your processor that's been limited, Zal, upgrade your processor. It sounds like you're bottlenecking your system by having a good graphics card and a rubbish CPU. If you're bottlenecking it, upgrade your CPU and your GPU should get a bit more use out of it. Hardware issue, all by yourself. I wouldn't say it's difficult, Bowser. It takes a bit of practice, but I wouldn't call it difficult to get into. Microsoft Flight Sim, with enough practice, definitely something that's manageable. Yes, 12% is available when you plug in the approach into the CIJ, yes. Not yet available with next, no, it's not. Uh, 4 gigs of RAM. 4 gigs of RAM, yeah. Upgrade that as soon as possible, Andrew. 4 gigs of RAM will not get you much further. Not in the modern day and age. My spec, I'm running a GTX 1660 graphics card with 30 gigs of RAM and 5.7 1600 processor. All specs in the description. From Germany, welcome Lothar, how are you doing? Welcome to Champs Chat, how are you doing today? going to turn on our see outside now, since we are just past through 20,000 now. Seats. A bit high for my liking. That's why it's down. Thank you, Andrew. Glad you enjoyed the live. Definitely a bit high for my liking. I may hold somewhere. We'll see. We'll work our way around this. The engine's touching a bit of life. Spiders. Okay. Live weather, not live time. That's live weather, not live time. Oh yeah, you should not be using virtual speed anymore, Michael. If you're using the A320neo mod, aircraft's been doing this automatically for about 3 or 4 months now, maybe even longer than that. They've worked on descents a long time ago. Long time ago. Over 10, I've already asked this question, Jaden. You answered it. Welcome, Jose Mod, how you doing? Welcome, chats, how are you doing today? How are you doing? How long to the airport? 82 miles. Oh yeah, if we got 80 miles to the airport, we're doing alright then. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Our descent, pass through 15,000 now, for level 150. Couple of moments, we'll be ready to start below 10,000. So flaps, below 10,000. We'll let the aircraft manage our speed all the way down. The ref for approach today is 123 knots, so quite a slow approach to that. Winds only at 3 knots, 280, so only 33 is the correct to land on. Nice simple. That's simple. It's not pitch black at all, sort of thing. Turn on your lights, and it's quite easy to see things. Up your lighting. And again, there's nothing really to look at outside because the aircraft's flying navigation systems. The only thing I need to be able to see is the runway. When we see it, it's lights up. Finally lighting up on the horizon. Left. So far so good descending. We'll be down soon. Very soon. This one's good. Increase speed again. Interesting. As the aircraft doing that on its own, or where it decides to do that from? Those trains at 12, yeah, there you go, 12,000 here at Whiskey Alpha 507. Doing alright. FlightControlReplay loading in the background. How much time left? Not long at all. 10-20 minutes. Flight control replay in the background now. A couple of moments, we'll start recording the replay for this approach. Warsaw Airport, probably coming into view now. Look down, it's just pretty much straight in front of us. A bit cloudy where it is, but right. It's a mod. Flight control replay is also thin. Costs €15 plus VAT. Speed has now been updated. Altitude constraints still holding at 12,000. Interesting. That changes to holding down to F533, which for me very late in the approach. Yeah, should be down to 3,000 long before that. A manual descent then at this point on. About 800 feet per minute. Down to 1,000 feet per minute, work on that. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, 10 minutes. Yes, Michael, so my cruising altitude was flight level 350, right? So flight level times 3, so 350 times 3 is 1,050. Divided by 10 is 105. So our top percent is 105 miles. Flight level times 3 divided by 10. That's... Why do you times by 10? Divided by 10, not times it. Divide it. Basic maths. Almost there now. We're nearly there. Pass through 10,000. We're flooding it to 250 knots. A couple moments or so, press have dropped the flaps.
All Wi-Fi related tasks and show any larger electronics.
It's touchdown, we can work with that. Lucky, probably because we're even early intercepts. There's the airport down there. Below us now, runway 33 is the main runway. That's over to heading mode. Around maybe 4,000. Land system turn on and on. The flaps won't do flaps just yet. VNav's absolutely fine in the aircraft, dude. A320neo VNav working pretty good for starters. There is worse in this sim. There is much worse. First stage of flaps. 1. Fine. Yeah, I don't like the new mouse movement. They've added some momentum to it, and I do not like it at all. Go to settings later. I'll get that removed. At the very least, toned back a bit. $5,000. I'll probably become private pilot at some point, resource fin. Unlike a commercial, it's not very expensive to become a commercial, so private, probably. Commercial, very unlikely. Yeah, was it 1222? Yes, it was. Landing lights on.
Landing lights on.
But earlier, but hey, better late than never. Flaps position 2.
Flaps 2.
Set heading 100.
That's affirmative.
Left hand turn now. Steps onto the glide slope. Set heading 360.
Of course.
Anti-ice on. I shot the frequency, didn't I? Whoops. EPWA 33 ILS is 1103. Wonder we're not connected. See? Set it. That's better. Much better. Set heading 030.
Confirm.
Fact. Set heading 020. Set heading 020.
Okay.
It's a mod. HS voice packs with VoiceAttack. Mod. Set speed 180.
I'm on it.
Keep going in the airplane again. It's slow for my liking. Set. A mistake on my part. Not great. Sets location mode. Turn on location mode.
Affirmative.
So I'll localizer on. Let's up this approach. Okay, autopilot off, we'll do it ourselves. Not my best approach there. Best. Better in the past, but we can work with it. Thing wasn't blocked. Landing gear down. That's position 4. Sets flaps full. Flaps full. There we go. That's it. Nothing I couldn't recover. The slightly wider approaching. Nothing problematic. VoiceAttack costs €10, I think, or $10. Yeah, you have to double check though. VoiceAttack's $10, and the VoiceAttack, yeah, VoiceAttack, yeah, it's VoiceAttack and HCS. There's 2 mods. You need 2 mods combined for like $25 for both of them. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. They work together pretty well. The pilot's definitely a nice change. Bit below glide slope, but we'll work on it. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Seats for landing. Slightly below, but easily adjusted. Go. Stable. Stable. Practice the Danish. Autopilot does most of the work for me. At this point, it's just a very simple hands-on approach. Best approach either. Come on, airplane, get down. There we go. Think of it as a wing wave. First thrust sets. Knots. 6 knots reverses cuts. To the brakes. To the right. So 176 that. Not bad. I've done worse. Retract spoiler.
On it.
Flaps up.
Retract flaps.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Poland. The local time is 7:52 p.m. and it's
Off
currently
test light
about
set.
5
APU
degrees
starts.
Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as
Hey, landing. Perfect. Wasn't that a perfect landing? Was our passenger happy? That's what matters. With 98% satisfaction rate, I think they're pretty chuffed by that. Right, let's make a decision. We are going to go left here. Left. Yep, definitely making a left. There, I like the looks of. I like the looks of, sorry. What do you mean by 6:54 PM? In the UK, it's going up to 11 PM. I'm off the bed after this. Yes, there's Warsaw scenery. This is a freeware from FlightControlReplay 2. Pretty good one as well. Well worth checking out. No worries, Ari. You take care. Have a good one. Bye bye. Don't forget we have got a replay afterwards, so I'm going to check out the landing from a passenger point of view for the replay. There's a thing called time zones, Isaiah. Not everybody lives in the same time. Time zones. About them. We max coming into Warsaw shortly. Thing. Into that stand right there. Okay, it's got the vehicles around it. And the ones should come to light very shortly. Go. Very slowly. Halt. Sets. APU bleed on. Engines off. Off. Cabin. Now 28. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Warsaw. The leg time is just coming up to 1 AM right now, and the temperature outside right now, in fact, we're going to midnight, sorry, and temperature outside right now 5 degrees centigrade. We thank you for flying with Lufthansa today. We wish you a safe journey, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Right, so that'll do that. We are going to bring in the jet bridge. The passenger may disembark. The ground crew, it's all default, Guru. It's all default in flight sim. Turn the taxi lights off, sorry. Running, we'll turn off the beacon lights. That comes on. Turn the dome lights as well, so let's get a bit of lights in here. APU off. Yeah, bridge also should move into position now. Comes. Not a bad landing now. I've done better. Actually, it's not too bad. That definitely acceptable for it. Yeah, we are in Lufthansa, should be speaking German, but I don't speak German, I'm afraid. So English, that's what I have to do. Yeah, good old international language. X-Flight deboarding now. Go. Just too far off the jet bridge there. Just too far away. In fact, I'm not quite sure what's going on the jet bridge there. Bit of a malfunction. So people are disembarking now. People are making their way off of the aeroplane. Cabin. Boarding. We will end the flight. Reports to Lufthansa 1352, A320neo from Frankfurt to Warsaw, 128. Departure planned was 2120, actual departure was 2125, planned arrival 2300, arrived 2254. 145 passengers, 98 satisfaction, landing rate 177, block time 141. Slightly late arrival. Reason. Hats off captain for arriving on time throughout the day. Recommend you at work. My drinks. They're alright. They're alright passengers. I'll drop the flight reports in chat. If anyone else looking in detail, you can do so through that. No Joseph, no worries at all. Welcome back. There's our flight reports. Going to end the replay now. We'll stop record. Well, disconnect from IVAO. We'll load up our replay. As always, we'll have to get this approach in through the passenger point of view. Grounds, do all of the ground because it causes problems. There we go. Back. Hang on. There we go. Right, so have a look, shall we, for the land. The left-hand side of the passenger view. Got the flaps and all that to bring it to position. Should be pretty standard. That. And subtract it, recorded it. Thank you very much. GCSE been a big pain. Refreshing what streamlines. No, is none. I mean, I remember my GCSE years. They were stressful at the time. These days, I look back at it. They were all right. They were all right. A levels, where things get a bit harder, but even then, A levels not too bad. Not sure about Megapack Guru. Best speak to developers. Welcome Moses, got us right at the end there. So, what happened to my my approach? The wing wave, as I call it. Lost stability for that bit.
100.
Did consider going around, it was in the back of my mind. Ultimately, it wasn't too bad for stability.
Retard. 10. 5.
Definitely a bit shaky there. A bit shaky. Not bad overall, actually. Even worse. Go to the right hand side of you. This should be a little bit more up. Flight's at 1 hour 28, Bradley. 1 hour 28 minutes.
200. 100.
Yeah, textbook landing.
40.
Ignore the instability.
20. Retard. 10. 5.
I'll take it. I'll take that. From a couple of external viewpoints. Telecam next.
400. 300.
Speak to the developers, Guru. Speak to the developers.
200.
There was a stable approach. Slide below the glide slope.
100.
Let's point this close to the runway. Again, as we hit the runway thresholds,
30. 20.
just dip. Yeah, go right, left. The replay speeds up so much as well.
5.
Things I've got this add on.
100.
Dips, 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 dips. Yes, we are overclocking GPU, Moses. We are overclocking GPU.
40.
I've seen the ATX screenshots looking very, very good. Very excited for that release. Hopefully not too far away now.
5.
Not bad actually. I've done what I said. I've done worse landings. I've done much worse in the past. I go to drone cam. go. Disable follow mode. Shall we? Final. Forward because it's front. Right, let's have a look at the approach from external view, shall we? This will be the big one in terms of telltale signs. That's what went wrong there.
200.
Off comes on overheads. Now, lighting.
40. 30. 20. Retard.
Actually, so the wing depths are a bit higher actually than I thought. I thought it was much lower when it happened, but no, there's quite a bit of clearance on that. Fence line could be improved, but you know what? I wasn't a terrible landing. So I have done much worse in the past. And so, yeah, that brings us now to the end of our stream today. Next stream, so we'll see that tomorrow. There's a release of the Train World's a roast line tomorrow, although I'm working late in the evening, so we'll see what happens with that. If I don't do it Thursday, I'll definitely stream on Friday. As always, weekends will go live. See how that all comes together for that. But otherwise, thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you'll take care of yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all again in the very near future. Take care, have a good one, and nights. Dziękuję, Ido Branuts.